random, muddy. Glamping pod, log cabin. We're not about that here. We do it proper. This is the outside in. Taking the outside in. Welcome back to the channel, guys. You're watching An Idiot Outdoors featuring, you know it, the outside in. As always, just watching where I'm putting my feet because these tracks are a bit muddy at the minute. And I didn't put my boots on. I weren't expecting it to be muddy, to be fair. But anyway, back out for a woodland camp tonight. Didn't feel like doing anything stealthy or anything, you know, extravagant as this, you know. So just keeping it simple. To be fair, just looking at where I want to carry on for a bit. I've got nowhere in mind actually planned. I'm just going to find somewhere and I'm going to set up for the night. You know, I've only been to this woodlands and done a camp before, and when I did so, turns out in the morning it's right next to a path where you got dog walkers. So, but there's a lot more coverage now. But I have actually had a little look on the map. There is a little area I do want to try and get to. Only I've got a fair bit of swag on me tonight. In this woods, what I find with this path that sort of cuts straight through it, you've got over here, it's very different straight away to there. My face is looking a bit poor in complexion again. Not long got out of the shower. But yeah, it's a lot drier and flatter over there. That'd be awesome over there for hammock camping, I think, the way the trees are. A little bit out of breath, so I have had a good look around and I've decided on somewhere where I'm going to get my breath back. That pack was heavy. Where I'm going to be pitched up for the night. Now what I'll do is I'll spin the camera around and I'll walk to it. As I say, I've dropped my main pack off already. I won't bring in all that back uphill. I'm in sort of a bit of a, there's actually a stream at the bottom. This is new to me, all this area, so, but when I say this area of woodlands, I've been sort of in the beginning bit before. I've done a video of that before, but nothing like this. So I am right hot into, should I say, I am right deep into the woods. Anyway, I'll swing the camera around and we'll walk back where I'm going to be setting up for the night. So you have got a main footpath going across there. Obviously, I don't really want to be by local people and dog walkers and, you know, so sliding on a loose ground there. I wish I'd have put my boots on now, I really do. Right, so it does look like you get the odd person walk along there and over that bit of log in the middle of the screen. But the tracks don't look very fresh, and the odds are really small, I reckon, of somebody coming along here, especially this time of night. Just trying to tread carefully. As just to say, completely out of sight of the track. Yeah, so this is that little, tiny little stream, running water. Makes sense, obviously, being in a bit of a valley, bit of a dip. It does kind of look like people have come down here as well over time, and sort of across and up there. Anyway, you can see my bag now, or should I say my main pack. And what I want to do is just clear this up a little bit and get set up in here. I can hang the lamp up there, and I can put the camo net across, so I have got a bit of cover. Not that I think anyone's going to bother me here, but this just looks a beautiful place. All I can hear is wildlife. Can't hear no traffic or nothing, no cars, nothing whatsoever. Comes with a lovely coat hanger. The bag of swag. So a few people have pointed out to me in various videos here and there, I have been slacking a little bit with the old thermometer. So there you go, she's back. So I have been setting up camp. I've set the backdrop up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up there, have a look what it looks like from sort of where I believe the path is. I think, if I'm correct, it is sort of on that tree line there, sort of. But yeah, this is camp for the night. The chair welcomes you. We have got the good old retro styled lantern. Isn't really anywhere I can hang it up there that I can actually reach or be bothered to reach, to be fair. I mean, that is rotten. Temperature has quickly dropped, and it's going to drop even more tonight, especially where I am in this little bit of a valley. Or let's have a look. We're looking at about I'd say about 13 degrees. I've transferred everything that's perishable and needs cooling down into the cooler bag. I haven't set the tent up yet because once again I have brought with me the trusty barbecue. I've used it a few times since the last camp. I've been trying to give this a bit of a prep as well. I am on a bit of a slope. It's nice and soft. So I'm going to be sleeping the opposite end of the tent. I'm going to have the tent facing that way. And I'm going to be doing the luge, I think. Yeah. Let's go up there and have a look what it looks like from up there, basically, yeah. As you can see, you got the main trail. It sort of forks. Now, had this not been so close to the main track, this would have been not a bad little place to camp. Just get my breath back. So I am down there somewhere. I'm going to pan round one more time. And behind that there. Once again. Getting closer. Whoops, nearly fell over again. And there we have it. No one's going to see me while I'm sat there having a beer. So I decided I'm going to have a proper job. IPA. I've had a rough week this week. Not going to talk about it. Real rough week. And I think this is much deserved. Hold on a minute. How am I going to undo the cap? After my fiasco with Chris and Ryan undoing them beans, the tin of beans, should I say, when I was at the camping shop that I go to, I found these. I got two of them for £1.80. This is a emergency tin opener and a bottle opener. You can keep it on your key ring, but I'm not going to do that because I'll have holes in my pocket because my keys are always in my pocket. So I might just keep it either on one of the zips on my pack or actually just keep it with me utilities. But yeah, got two of them for £1.80. It's 9 o'clock at night. The sun's slowly going down. So I wasn't going to set the tent up till after the barbecue, but I decided I just want to get all the organising, getting the tent up, everything else, you know. So the tent's up. I'm going to get the barbecue going, have a beer. I'm going to chill out. But obviously you guys want to know what it's looking like, don't you? So let's have a look. As you can see, the sun's going down. There you have it. That is the campsite for the night. See the taller trees, the sun reflecting on them. Looks really nice up there with the actual eye, not the camera, but it's a bag of rubbish, barbecue. I'll show you inside and then I can get on with the chilling out. It's much needed. So there's my cook set, which probably only going to be boiling this pasta and sauce. My original spirit burner stove, all my what you call it, bits and bobs are all in there, like the covers for me bed, my pillow, obviously the stuff sack for sleeping bag, etc, etc. Put the bags in there so they don't get covered in bugs and whatever else, everything out of them that I need. We've got the new sleeping bag, obviously it's warm overnight now. OEX pillow, OEX sleep pad. I haven't blown it up yet, just leaving it to do its thing. I'll inflate it when I go to bed. So now I can just get into bed. If I get to that point where I've just had enough, I ain't got to worry about setting the tent up, or you know, just enjoy the night. So yeah, how peaceful is that? The only thing I can hear here and there in the distance is motorbikes with really noisy exhausts, really noisy. But other than that, just bird song and animals. Yeah, so the ground below is really damp, sort of dug it out a little bit so it's damp. I don't want any fires. I've got extra water in case there is a fire, but as you can see it's really earthy and damp. I've been really naughty lighting these barbecues. I've been using my bioethanol. It just speeds things up a bit, to be fair. Lovely camera work there. Getting all four corners. And away she goes. So as we're waiting for the barbecue, I'm gonna have me a steam brew IPA. So I've actually been a bit naughty again, and I've got some salt and chilli pork belly slices, and here I've got some bratwurst sausages, which obviously are good on the barbie. I'm not going to eat all of them, I'm going to take some home, but yeah, so I'm going to have some of them, some bratwurst, and I'm actually going to do this pasta and sauce. That's why I didn't bother with snacks. That's going nicely now. I mean, that barbecue is seriously kicking out some smoke. I mean, you can see it in the distance. I did try to pick out the less fatty ones, but is there such thing with belly pork as less fatty ones? I'll come over here a bit, it's way too smoky over there. So we've got the bratwurst on the go, and another piece of belly. And we've got the pasta and sauce. Really simple living. I have dug down to the damp stuff. Again, don't want to cause a fire. Yeah, I kind of ate one of the bratwursts. Oh dear. But I've got 2 more cooking, so I should have put that out, but didn't bother. It'll burn out. Yummy. It's actually just above 6. Between 6 and 7. No, 6 and 8 rather. Yeah, quite chilly, especially for this time of year. You can just hear that trickling away in the distance. That little stream. Turn the light off. It is literally pitch black. I would have liked to have been a gap in the trees so I could have seen the stars, but you can't have it all. Anyway, I'm actually getting absolutely attacked by mozzies. My own fault for camping near water. So I'm going to get in the tent, get a bit of cover, have a few more beers, and I'm going to get me head down, I reckon. It's been a good night. I've enjoyed it. Before anybody tells me off, I've doused the barbecue with water. I brought extra water purposely for in case there was a fire or for putting out the barbecue, of course. Anyway, I'm getting in the tent where I'm not going to get bitten. Yeah, so I'm inside the tent now. I've shut the tent. I'm staying in here. Too many mozzies out there. I would have loved to have sat and enjoyed the night outside, you know, for a bit longer, but you know, I can't be bothered with being bitten. Took me about 5 minutes to get rid of all the mozzies in here. It's clear now. It's definitely clear. I won't go to sleep if there's mozzies in here. It'll only end up biting me. Get my words out. It's lovely and cosy in here. It always is. But yeah, I'm gonna have a Luminous Nights. Hold on. 71 Luminous Nights IPA. Oh, actually, DIPA, double IPA. Yeah. Temperature has really dropped though. Well, it is morning. It's about 20 past 9. This is more sloped than I thought it was. I've done nothing but slide down all night. I expected to slide down a little bit, but I'm having to like keep doing this each time I wake up and back down the bottom. Sort of curled up. On a positive, I did manage to get rid of all the mozzies. Sometimes I wake up and there's a snidey one that I missed, but no, did a good job last night. Every time I've gone home I've been bitten in the night. The one time it was right on my head here. And I'm sleeping the wrong way around in the tent because of the slope. Oh well, should heed my own advice, shouldn't I? Don't sleep on a slope. But it looked a good spot. And this sleeping bag's just about right. The other one would have been too warm. I would have been sweating. Certainly don't feel cold today. Well, not inside the tent anyway. Anyway, I'm getting up. Gonna have a cup of tea. Got a nice cinnamon roll to eat. First view of the morning. As usual, getting the kettle on. $12 degrees. Yeah, it doesn't look as sloping as it actually is. Right, should be ready to go now. Yeah, I like keeping these little hand sanitizers in your bag. Only little. That one's got blue specky things in. I just noticed that. And we have boiling water. Remember the green silicone covering to stop you burning your fingers? Yeah, I managed to burn that the one time. This dropped down the side and the flames melted it, so I took it off. It's so easy for the handle to fall down to the side. There's very little fuel left in there, that will burn out. So we're half packed away. But firstly, of course, as always, I'm going to drink this cup of tea before it gets cold. I'm just watching the birds. I've also got this yummy cinnamon bun from Lidl. Winner. What a fantastic morning. Cheers. It's the first time since I can remember I've removed the tent and the tarpaulin footprint. Not a single slug. I know Tim and Molly, Tim, hard up hiker, and Molly at camping rules okay, will relate to this. However, I didn't escape the mozzies, and I've had quite a few spiders I've had to evict through leaving the door open. There's my kettle boiling again. But yeah, I'd rather a few mozzies and spiders than nasty slimy slugs. That was nearly a disaster. Just about got enough out of that. Forgot to put that on the list to replenish. Must remember to put one in my pack next week. Alright, back to the scrubbing. This stayed up remarkably well. I have had a really chilled evening, morning. What an absolute beautiful place to camp. So I've only ever camped in this woodland once before. It's a really big woodland, and when I camped before it was in the colder months. I thought I was away from civilization. When I woke in the morning it turns as a track not very far away from me. So dog walkers were going past and they could see me pitched up in a tent. They didn't bother me, of course, but I tried to get away from all that. The only downside to where I camped was the slope, and it's not like I carry a spirit level with me. It did look a lot less sloped than it actually felt when you was in the tent. But at that point, it was just put up and shut up. Right, so we're all packed up, all the gear. Right, everything's back as it was. Wild campers and any other kind of camping code of conduct. Always, and I say it every time, leave no trace. Don't be that person that leaves their junk everywhere. And yeah, in response to Tim at Hard Up Hiker, one of his videos he made a reference to my keeping it real, and I think it was Richmond Bridge, correct me if I'm wrong Tim, that you says the bridge. Thanks for keeping it real. I didn't realise, Tim, we're now doing keep it real with objects. So in response, mate, thank you tree, the tree. Thank you tree for keeping it super real. Is that okay? Actually, hold on, what am I doing? That's better. The salute. Oh, it's amazing how much better being in a place like this can make you feel. Anyway, I can't hang around any longer. I've got to sadly get back to civilization. So I'm going to get the swag on, the gear on, and skedaddle out of here. Right, off we go. Oh, just make sure I've got everything. Indeed I have. Yeah, this is a really clean, well kept woodland. Obviously the people that come through here respect it. Bit of a climb now. Now, when I did the camp with Molly at Camping Rules OK, we actually touched up on keeping it real, and he actually found out that keeping it real, when I say it, it's more of a case of, yeah, obviously the camping, keeping it real, but it's sort of a, how do I explain it, a bit of a poke at modern life, keeping it real, and sort of all the fakery and superficial living and all that nonsense that I tried to keep away from. That was a bit of a climb actually. Whew. But yeah, that's why I say keeping it real. It's sort of an indirect poke at everything I hate in life, like I've just said. Anyway, I do love it in here. Sorry, I keep looking, keep seeing things that sort of catch my eye, places I could camp in the future. Mozzie, I'm going to bring the video to an end now, so if you can, please give me a like and subscribe. It really does help support the channel. Until the next time, see you later.